Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, we should look to the war up front. The Vikings are number 1 in rushing yards, going up against the Bills, who will need to be strong up front. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They've gone a full half season since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity.
Still nothing here in quarter one, but an early test to check in on as we've got a third down situation looming. They'll run here. It's Murray. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. And
he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Jerry Hughes in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack. This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the opening drive. We're getting our first update now from Nashville. The Jets out to the early lead. Sam Bradford leading the charge offensively. Trying to run it in. DeMarco. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go.
He'll try and run it with McCoy. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I don't know if there's any other way to put it, but that play was blown up right from the snap. How about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? It's almost like they were in the offensive huddle.
Yeah, it's one thing to stand him up from that 1-yard line, pushing him back to the 5, though. Wow.
Yeah, I like what you just said there. Not just stand him up, but they play on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys.
Taylor hit. He lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you. two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Elsewhere on the NFL scoreboard in Dallas, it's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Play action now. Bridgewater. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. As we drop you into the action, it's second down, 2nd and 5, inside the red zone. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. And he's brought down. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. Now that player is able to get on the run, and we're still...
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch. This defense in need of a big stop in a tight game in the 4th quarter. Let's see if they can get that stop they need. Now Bridgewater. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Love the effort there.
This defense in need of a big stop in a tight game in the 4th quarter. Let's see if they can get that stop they need. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the 4th quarter now. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Marcus Mariota, a couple of touchdown passes thus far. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. And this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Escaping the... And he's going to score! It's a Viking touchdown! Teddy Bridgewater, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Quarter now in Dallas. The Lions have scored again, widening their lead even further. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. Play fake. Bridgewater. And he is out of bounds downs inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. So here's the situation. The football in the red zone for the offense. Second down and 1. The second down throw for Bridgewater. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
On the NFL scoreboard, fourth quarter now at Soldier Field. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Aaron Rodgers, a couple of touchdown passes, and he's up over 300 yards in that one. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Laquan Treadwell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. That's one of those touchdown tosses where if it's an inch to the right or left, it's not a touchdown. He had to put it right on the money.
Yeah, and how did he do that? Everything around him, everything swirling, all the coverage downfield. Somehow he spotted the opening and put it right there.
So they just got the ball off the interception. Now can this offense take advantage? Great field position, 1st and 10 in the red zone. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the off.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Well, from where we sit, Brandon, it certainly appears that touchdown should just about do it.
Probably, but I'll play the analyst here. You know we've seen some crazier endings. They've gone to the fourth quarter now in Dallas, and the Lions emerging victorious. Theo Riddick, a touchdown run to help lead the way. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Vikings, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we'll see one of the more dangerous passing offenses. The Vikings are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Lions, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. On second down now, this defense sort of finding themselves with their backs against the wall. Ball in the red zone. On the ground, it's Riddick. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be third down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I've played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. So this offense has the football inside the red zone. And coming up, second down. Second down, Bridgewater. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The numbers for Diggs from a week ago. 5 catches, 77 yards.
And here he is with just 1 week to go in the regular season. All he wants to do is lock things up. He kind of wants to do like the golfers. Post a number, go to the clubhouse, and secure a league title in receiving yards.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. And the numbers from Latavius Murray last time out. 25 carries, 93 yards.
And while they locked up the #1 seed last week, I don't expect them to change what they do in the running game. I expect them to continue to play the exact same way, but with a change up in personnel because they want to make sure that their #1 guy has fresh legs for the playoffs.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Stephon Diggs, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense.
Let's go. Way 90. Hey.
Here's Bridgewater. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down. Early lead in that one for the Packers. Aaron Rodgers, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. Now they'll run. Murray. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Latavius Murray, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points. Second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45. Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. From the gun on third down, Stafford. And incomplete here on third down. A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this third down stop in the third quarter? On third down, Murray. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2, and it brings up 4. Fourth down, they're going. Bridgewater. And that is going to be incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy. And the lead in that one belonging to the Colts. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends. A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this 3rd down stop in the 3rd quarter? On 3rd down, it's Murray. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the run as it brings. This defense in need of a big stop in a tight game in the 4th quarter. Let's see if they can get that stop they need.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, that's Murray. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. That good for 19. We have a red zone alert on our hands. The first down play is over. It's now 2nd down and 7. Throwing is Bridgewater. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ezekiel Ansah in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
It's a 3rd down situation in the 4th quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Stafford on 3rd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Eric Kendricks in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And right with it here over the middle. 8 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 1st down, Detroit. From the gun, here's Stafford. He gets Riddick underneath. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Out to the flat for Riddick. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
It's caught. Jones. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 11th touchdown of the year. So we drop you into this situation. The game is tied. Late 4th quarter. This offense starting with the ball on their own side of the field. And they do have all 3 timeouts looking to get into field goal range. Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Bridgewater to throw. Going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, time not on their side here. In fact, a lot going against them. They do have a small glimmer of hope.
No one likes to play extra football. They want to go for the win right now.
On 1st down, Murray. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense. Calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now Bridgewater. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready in the special teams unit for the kickoff. The task for the defense here is simple. Get a stop. They've got a one-score, 7-point lead. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Linval Joseph in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Minnesota, a final win here means they'll finish at 14-2. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Detroit, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And they'll get their shot at playing on the road next week as a wild card. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.